little Q&A sesh. Elevated golf ball. So, I want you to look at this math. Here's golf balls generally in the same vertical alignment. So when I set up to hit this one on the ground, aim the face, take a look, set the feet, take a look. Now, is that alignment any good for this ball? Not even close. So to hit that golf ball up there, I'd have to find my math up in space, wouldn't I? Now, where's that face pointing, fellas? Where's that? Yeah. Okay. Didn't mean to missed. Being sensitive to this thing, it's not really meant to, for what I'm using it for. So there's me finding the ball in space. Should I find the ball in space like this, guys?
No.
Nice and comfy like? How am I going to do here? Think this is going to swing out and hit that ball up in space? No. But can you see the value of why learning how to hit a golf ball up in space might help you? Because what does that do to arm length? You're probably going to make it sort of reliable and kind of long. So aiming a face, taking a look. Assuming I hit this one sort of in the middle of the face, we'll see. And that's about where it ought to go. Why would it go over there, fellas? Because this is only designed to hit it when the ball is level with my feet. The more this goes up this way, where's that loft pointing? Pretty easy to see in this situation too. There's loft pointing up and forward. Here's loft pointing directly left. So, you know, it's nice to have that understanding. Now, when the ball is below my feet, what's going to happen? Okay? I would disagree a little, Dow, because if I stood on a chair, this might be fun to watch. Everybody get their keychain? Who doesn't have their keychain? There's one extra keychain over here. Has everybody got a keychain in their hand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so nobody's missing one.
Yeah, we're missing one.
Okay, you're missing one. Thank you. Here you go.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. So now if I have the ball below my feet, is this below my feet?
I think so.
Yeah. But did the orientation of the club change, guys? No. So is it going to go to my left? No. It's going to go straight. Man, I feel really tall. I feel like Brian Pate up here. Atmosphere is way different up here. Okay. So just because the ball is below your feet doesn't mean you're going to hit it to the right. Because when the ball is below your feet, like say it's, you got to crouch way down, you make all that up in what? Angles. Yeah. It makes it harder to swing when you have those angles in. But when the ball is below your feet, you can kind of aim where you want to. Now, does your body physically let you turn on those angles? That's another story. For you to go see Coach Mark and get some stretching and yoga in. But just a couple things to be aware of. And this may have glazed right over you. You're like, why is Marty sharing this with us? Because if I was to commonly tee this ball up right here, so there's two teed up balls in the same plane. And I could go like this and make a big mistake. What's my big mistake, guys?
Laying on the ground.
Exactly, because am I gonna swing this driver to that tips of the grass, or is it gonna swing above the grass a bit? Okay. Would it make any sense at all for me to center my driver underneath this tee right here, fellas? Why? Because when I hit it, what's about to happen? To hit that ball, don't I have to be kind of up here? I have to find the comfortable arm math, and that's why some of you on the course, I actually made you go from your tiger line, walk around me. I stood there so that you have to walk into this thing and find better arm math to this tee, to this ball and a tee. Better arm math up here to say, okay, there's a ball and a tee. Can I hit it from there? Okay, I just got to bring that tee with me everywhere I go. The rules only let you do what? I think, what is it, Jimmy, 4-inch tees? Yeah.
4 inches.
But do you see how that extreme measure might make you go, never looked at it like that before? Is that something new to you guys, perhaps? Okay. It's just crazy when geometry is dropped on somebody for the first time. And so there's a lot of physics over feelings, guys. In golf, we have a lot of feelings. Feelings are okay. Picking on you, poor Cy. Cy, gosh, I apologize in advance, brother. Every week we get this guy, though. We get the guy that likes the straight lines, okay? I get it, man. If you're a carpenter, I want you, Cy. I want you to know at 90 degrees, I want you to have these perfect fits and everything be, you know, the build and the cabinets on the wall spot on. And people want to look down and they want to look at this relationship and go, yep, that's perfect. That might be perfect just to be a kind of a statue standing over a ball, but it doesn't necessarily help the dynamics of things, because once this loads, that face is going to be way to the right. Then your genius subconscious is going to do everything to square, and that's why you always feel like, man, I can never get through it. Always hit off my back foot, agreed? And so yesterday we did that cool thing with the bands. You know, hopefully that was some sort of triggering to go, oh, I see, okay. Marty's yelled at me 100 times about my grip. And I did every week. There's a handful of you that I'm busting balls on grips with everybody. But now when we change direction, you know, that change gives you a better opportunity for a face to be delivered square without as much need to twist and sort it out subconsciously. And then like little awarenesses like this to say, okay, there's a high tee, there's a low tee. Both of these tees, like if I was to say, my guess would be, oh, something like this ish. Maybe that's a bit far away. But I would say that alignment, yeah, that's too far away. These two alignments are spot on ish. To wallop it off of that and then hit this. But if I, you know, you see what and then if I set it right down on the ground, see how that then becomes toe side? So you start watching players like Nicholas and Greg Norman, who was a great driver of the golf ball. That was his superpower. Hit it far and straighter than most. Tiger Woods, obviously well-rounded, awesome athlete. Bryson DeChambeau, you know, just takes advantage of hitting it far and sort of straight. But what you see a lot of these guys do is they sweet spot their driver. It's up in the air, it's measured. Dominant arm, softer arm, clubs up in the air. That's, after all, the plane I'm going to hit it on up here. And if I wanted to tap the grass, it would literally tap the grass a foot inside that ball. So, you know, you guys seeing the geometry of that, it's probably helpful. Now, when there's an iron strike, do you need to do that? You don't. George Knudson, though, my coach, would always say, you know, once you're kind of walking into this thing, you know, walking around to get to the perpendicular, to put your good hands on it with a waggle, to aim the face, to take a look, you know, that he'd always want you toe side a sweet spot, because he said develop momentum is something pulling you, and it's better than retracting. And a lot of you have been learning golf through retraction. So here's a great retraction. Watch my head, guys. Did I lift my head up? Okay, did I top it? Hell yeah, topped it into the ground. So as this thing's trying to expand to be comfortably long, what did I do? Retracted. Easiest way to top a golf ball. Do it all day. In fact, top it better than that. Sometimes if I have it just right, I can do this. Okay, here all week. So I want you guys to start to sort out reliability and that walking into a shot, kind of aiming the golf club. There's kind of more of the radius governor. You know, this right arm. Pass me the orange and white thing. Where'd it go? Claw ball? Somewhere here? Awesome. Thank you. You know, so here I am kind of with my radius arm. Here's the one that's helping govern that on the way back. Everything's in push in golf. That's why my swing doesn't go here, because that would be a pull. Here's my swing, it's a push. Dan, right? And then as I continue to push, there's that sense of pushing to both arms straight. Then I can slow down in style, recover, and holster, which is bloody hard for you guys because you've never been asked to do it, and why would you? But on the golf course, I guarantee you, if this was on a par 4, you know, and you had this shot, say, kind of red flag-ish, you know, and good, bad, or indifferent, you know, hitting a shot, you know, you'd be like, oh, there's a goodie. But you wouldn't go, oh, wait, there's no balls over here to rake back toward me. Oh, that's right, I'm on a par 4 on the golf course. Right? So every one of these goes around you, good, bad, or indifferent. And that's part of the routine little test you guys are going to have in a second, okay? Whether you do a good job or bad job. And there's no judgment on the outcome of this routine. I just want you to guys realize, hey, your job is to swing the weight of the golf club. I say that because there are swings that are, quote, full, like that one's an example of a fullish swing. Here's one where, you know, here's the weight of the golf club in my hands. There's those 3 balls down there. So here's kind of a tap-tap situation where I'm using intuition. No, I did not mean to hit that skinny. I'm using intuition to kind of say, how much energy do I need to make a golf ball pop up in the air and trundle to those golf balls over there? Okay, and I was like, oh, too much stroke length, a little too much. Right? So we've got to be able to learn how to set up a radius, draw from a history, use it at that moment, make a judgment. Was it too much, too little? What can I learn? And then save that and go on, maybe utilize that next week or later in the round. So as coaches, we're trying to say, okay, how do we make you guys the most reliable versions of yourself? Through routine, through functional grips, through club faces that don't get too strong or too weak, to senses of rhythm, where the golf club has, I better do it this way, I don't want to kill Eddie, where there's this opportunity for some energy. You know, like there's quite a bit of power in that little swing from here to here. More so than I'd say from like doing something like this with the intent on having energy. Dramatic pause. Questions, guys?
When you assess distance,
When I assess it,
distance, how
To a-
far you have to hit it,
okay,
and assuming it's not a full swing,
yes.
are you measuring your backswing or
Good
measuring
question.
your pace?
So, schools of thought, I see really bad golfers with a nice little number system that they tape on their shaft right here.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Right now, rather than just, okay, this goes 90, 70, 20 based on this clock, which there's method to that madness. How about we do it differently? How about we think, okay, I can put this in my hands and I can change direction and I can feel how much that load hits against my hands. And the more it hits, the more it wants to expand. So I can load it. Now, I'm not knocking, like Dave Pells is all about putting that, writing that on here. God bless me, just passed away. Genius coach. But right now there's no loading against my right hand. There's no squeezing. There's no power there. And I do this bit like regularly. Tear me off a teeny piece of pool noodle, would you? If it's handy. If it's not, here, I'll use this. I got this. Or this will work. Here is a bumblebee. See it? Bzzz, right? I'm going to trap the bumblebee. It identifies as a non-stinging bumblebee. That's its choice. So I've got this bumblebee trapped in here, but he's not dead. He's just trapped in trying to get out. Now he's going to die, and I'm not going to kill him. What's going to kill him? Watch. Why did he die? Come on. Why did he die? I squished him? Who squished him?
Clubs?
This club squished him. I didn't squish him. I changed direction. The club didn't want to change direction. That club loaded in my hands. So great question, because how much juice do you want to squeeze out of the bumblebee? So I can say, okay, there's my little bumblebee. These little broken tees in half like this, by the way, are perfect. They fit great right there. Got to break some tees in half. So that sits in there. Now, the bumblebee is like, oh, okay, I can, he's not dead yet, but at some point, he's going to be dead, and I didn't kill him. I just changed direction. Is this kind of resonating with what you did yesterday, Steve? Okay, I changed direction. Bumblebee got squished. I could change direction a little quicker. Guess what's going to happen on the golf ball? It's going to get compressed and go a little farther. Now, you got to learn that first, or this clock system is a waste of time. So you ask me, how do I choose distance? Well, through history, I go, all right, it's okay, you got a pin there. I could go beep, and I could say, I don't know, 80 yards, maybe 84 yards in my head. It could be wrong. I don't know. And then I can, all right, what do I need to make it go that far? Maybe this is good. Maybe it's not. Maybe contact's crispy. Maybe it's not. We'll see, but see how I do. Okay, and I hit it perfect. So what would I need to do to hit it farther? Maybe choose a different club, maybe energize it with a little bit bigger reaction of going the other way, loading this more, maybe letting my swing get a little longer. There's a lot of maybes in there. You know what that is? That's a skill, man. Any musicians in the group? Anybody play something? Nobody? What do you play, Dan?
Well, I did.
What'd you play?
Violin and cello.
Cool. Okay. So you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb, or you can rock it with a you can play vibrato and make it have more texture. Okay, so there's a skill of being a boring musician, or really good musicians add flavor to the sound and texture to the sound and mess with it a little bit. Same with a good golfer. So they can add energy by looking at it, drawing back on their history. Now you got to learn it like Mary Had a Little Lamb, like play it straight, very boring, sounds awful. Then when you get good, what do? Add a little vibrato to it, don't you, Dan? Okay. So you guys are going to say, okay, what's my awarenesses? I'm going to hit these little shots. I can go here and I can huck that thing. Or what's it feel like to let it load against my hands, let my pivot go the other way and let a ball get collected, and all of these go where? To that finishing form. So I don't know if I answered your question.
It did.
Okay. Any other questions, guys?
So there's a base of reference always from just learning what your basic swing is or your basic putt, stroke, and then everything's measured off of that.
So I'd say come on up for a sec. Put your hands together for Kev. Put your good hands on there, Kev. Okay. Let me give you the bumblebee, buddy. Don't kill him. Okay, now put your hands on. Good. Now I'm going to slide bumblebee right there. Did you kill him, Kev? No. You feel like you're killing him? Feel like the bumblebee juice is flowing all over the place right now? Okay, good. Now, you hold on to the club. You got hold of it. Let me get your arms a bit more organized. Good. Now, I'm going to kill the bumblebee. He's not. Watch. Oh, killed him. He didn't kill him. See what happened there, guys? Good. Now, we can start off like this, or we can go, I'm going to be a pain in the ass and get my arms up on top of me a little bit. So I'm going to be a pain in the ass. Get your arms up on that peck of it. Good. Waggle, waggle. Ooh, the bumblebee feels like, ooh, maybe I don't like this. A little waggle bugs the bumblebee. You might just pop the bumblebee, but don't kill him. I'll kill him for you. Ready? I'm going to kill him a little faster now. Okay, do you feel that pressure hit your hands? Good. Bumblebee got squished. Pop, dead. Bumblebee juice. Okay, or I could do all kinds of things and not have that pressure hit my hands. So as we warm up, guys, okay, we're gonna do our routine contest. We're playing another game of Hoot and Scoot this morning. Can you put your good hands on it? Can you have the sense of this passive force right now? You should not be squeezing that tee. It should just be resting in there. Okay, good. There's no squeeze. I'm not trying to do. As soon as I change your direction, the club doesn't want to change direction. What happens? You get this mystical, magical thing good players can do that somewhere is nature or nurture. It's really hard nurture. Easy nature when you're a little kid. That girl, okay, she hits it pretty much by any of you guys. Pretty much, okay? And then this thing's gonna, that energy comes off. It doesn't stay in forever. It dissipates, boom, it's gone. And then this thing go dee around you and a rebound. And if you let your right knee and right foot come up like this, good. Now you're in the place where you've rebounded, and what can you do from here? Holster it and look really cool. Looking cool is important. It is important. Okay, good. All right, boys, let's put the tunes on. Any more questions at all? Something bugging you? I'm gonna go turn that off. Hey, Martin, I got a question. No? None of those guys? Good, let's go. Let's warm up. Thank you. Hey gang, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Remember, hit the like button. If you're not a member, click subscribe and share it with your friends. And don't forget, we got a lot of elevated, awesome content at TS Plus. You can check out that link below.